she allows him to lead. All right. Now, what they say is she gives him deference and reverence. All right. So for those of y'all that don't know what that means, I went ahead and looked that up. Got the definition right here. So don't even trip. Coach Clarence got you covered. So reverence, okay, is a feeling or attitude of deep respect, tinged with awe and veneration. Okay. The outward manifestation of this feeling, pay reverence, it says a gesture to indicate a gesture indicative of deep respect and obedience, bow, or curtsy. All right. Now, I know that obedience word probably got y'all like, I was with you, Clarence, until you said obedience. Respect, okay, I can respect, but obey, like, you a little too far right there. And then deference, right? Deference means respectful submission or yielding to the judgment, opinion, and will, okay? Deference is respectful submission or yielding to the judgment, opinion, or will of another. All right. Now, the reason why I explain that is because not everybody just knows right up top. You might have a general understanding, but you might not have exactly the Webster's definition of what it means, right? But overall, when a man comes into a situation, what men experience is that, hey, it's hard to get a woman to respect a man trying to establish leadership. And what it is they say that many women want a man to come in and establish some order and be that leader. But when a man comes in and tries to establish leadership, then it becomes a problem. And here's the thing. I said this the other night. I was on a coaching panel, and it was an all-male, conversation talking about what men say and women don't hear. And one of the main things is that I said what women oftentimes don't want is for a man to come in and assess her table. What I mean by her table is when you hear people say, hey, well, what are you bringing to the table? A woman is like, hey, I'm cool with you working on all these other areas, but don't think you're going to work on my table. Don't come for me unless I sent for you. So if a man says, hey, listen, it looks like your table that you're saying, what am I bringing to the table? He's saying, hey, looks like your table needs a little bit of tape, needs a little bit of more welding. Some of the wood is chipping. Okay, I got some nuts, I got some bolts, I got an electric screwdriver. I'm coming to get you right. And a woman is saying, my table fine. What are you seeing? I don't. Cool. Don't bring that over here. And a man is saying, well, what do you mean? Like, I thought you wanted me to be the man to help establish order so that we can build a solid foundation and build from that foundation. But I need to put some work into the foundation, and your table is included in that. So when women say, what are you bringing to the table? And a man is saying, okay, well, I see some flaws within your very own table. Women say, hey, I'm good with you working on any other thing, but don't think you're going to work on my table because my table is fine. Let me work on my table. You understand? That's a metaphor, but if y'all can understand where I'm coming from, this is where a man is saying, hey, you're not allowing me to lead. I'm spotting out areas that need work, need fixing, need structure, need fortifying, so that now we can build from where we are right now. But the same women that will say, hey, man, if a man is a real man, he gonna come in and provide. He gonna come in and lead. Imagine if a woman has children. Come on now. Let me get some amens out there, fellas or ladies. Imagine if a woman has children, how hard it is for a new man, a new personality, a new presence to come in and establish order where the order was the woman in the household. If the woman was the one who was the controlling the household, she was the mother, she was the judge, jury, the executioner when it comes to all things in the household, and then now a new man comes in, now her level of authority over the household gets removed and now placed over this new man. And it's hard for the children sometimes, and it's hard for the woman at times, because it's like, well, hold on. And women say, I have to feel comfortable with you leading. All right, I'm going to translate that right now. What that means is you have to beat me in battle for me to respect you enough to feel like your word is better than mine and your direction, your leadership is better than mine. What I mean by not a physical fight, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about domestic violence. I'm talking about the battle for respect in the household of who should be able to lead. And so those very same women that say, hey, I want a man to come in and lead. Now, when he comes in, women say, well, no, because I'm leading this ship. And until I feel comfortable, meaning that until you show me that you can lead us to better pastures than I've led us, then I can say that, okay, you have the reins to this. I'm going to give you the keys to the car. And a man is saying, well, hold on. Like, there should already be a natural establishment of a pecking order here. And women saying, well, it starts with me at the top. So now a man doesn't have a place to lead in the household. And again, it's not in every case, but if this gives you a clear understanding of what a man is seeing, he's saying that, well, there's no place for me to lead in this relationship, this marriage, this family. And so now I meet you. I have feelings for you. We go out. We have chemistry. We seem very compatible. Now, when we move into the next step, and now the children that you have are involved, and now they're meeting me, and now I'm in the household now, and now I'm spotting out flaws in this table. I'm seeing areas that need work, and now all of a sudden, it's me who's the enemy. It's me who's the villain, because of course now I'm trying to establish some order. I'm trying to fortify the area so that we'll be good and secure. And you made it seem like that's what you wanted. Now we hear, and every time I try to say, hey, listen, we need to do this, and hey, can you work on this? And hey, remember we had this conversation, and it's like, oh my God, here we go again. Like, oh my dang. Are you just always beating me down? I can't never do nothing right. Okay, what is it now? Like, come on, tell me. What is it? Go ahead. Like, ugh. Who want that? Who wants that? What man is like, well, I'm glad you gave me a space to express myself. I understand that now you're open to hearing what I have to say and accepting the truths behind how I feel. And I'm grateful for that platform. So let me speak my piece and give you the truths that I've been holding back for so long. I can't even hold a straight face because that's cap. Okay, so no man is dealing with that. So again, she allows him to lead. She gives him deference. She gives him reverence. She gives him that space to be able to she's deferring to him. And what the word in that definition that I know that was a little bit hard to swallow was submission. Deference, the true meaning of this, I'm reading straight off dictionary.com, says respectful submission or yielding to the judgment, opinion, will, and etc. of another person. Okay. And then reverence, I know the word that I said earlier that might have been hard to take in your chest, was obedience. Where was it? A gesture indicative of deep respect and obedience, bow or curtsy. Okay. So again, I know both of these definitions of what men saying I'm getting from this new lady that I'm starting to get confused because I'm seeing the benefits over here that seem like it's going to be a better life for me, while the woman that's with me is saying you wrong for that, and how can you supposed to be a real man to stay through anything, a real man to put up with anything I do, say any treatment because he a real man. What? No, that's not how it works. Nobody should put up with toxic treatment, whether it be a man or a woman. Nobody should be able to be unhappy just because you feel like they need to stay to make you feel good, or not to embarrass you or call you out or expose some of your toxic qualities and traits. So again, number one is he can't talk to you. Number two, she allows him to lead. Number three, she understands him better. I ain't been getting no comments for the last probably 10 minutes now that I started going into this. I don't know if y'all ladies listening hard or if y'all upset. I hope not. I don't mean to. This is not to offend any woman or not. This is not a game. I didn't come on here to play. I came on here to give y'all true, real talk from the men that you would want to hear these things come from, but yet you don't. So let me see. Kalisha says, yeah, me being submissive and obedient is very hard for me depending on the circumstances. And here's the thing, why so many men right now are talking about how, it's so hard to find a woman to submit or just overall listen or respect them, is because what Kalisha just said, and I'm not trying to call you out, Kalisha, but just wanted to point out what you said when you said depending on the circumstances. Okay. Now, the stats show that the more money a couple makes, the less likely they are to divorce. Women have made statements to me that says, hey, the more money a man makes, the easier it is to submit or respect him. So when I hear a woman says, being submissive and obedient is very hard depending on the circumstances, what men are hearing is, based upon what I have that is of benefit to you, it may be more easy for you because the circumstances seem more plentiful, seem more beneficial for you. So all of a sudden now it's like, it seemed like certain things you are right with, that if I was a regular guy, you would not be all right with. Certain things that I do, you're able to overlook and just say, you know what, that's a man being a man, or hey, you know what, it is what it is. But you wouldn't say a man being a man, or it is what it is, over a regular person that you may not feel like provides you as much benefits as this said individual. This is what men hear. Let me see. Chevy Girl says all about the approach. Right. So the approach is why I mentioned earlier where certain men that talk about they can't talk to you, they'll make mention like Clarence. She making it sound like it's that easy. She making it sound like all you got to do is she's open door policy. Hey, tell me I'm open, I'm free. It don't matter what it is. I'm a big girl. Like, I can deal with it. Like, come on, like, just be honest with me. And oftentimes it's not that easy, Chevy Girl, even though it may be for you. It may not be your testimony. But for a lot of men, they feel like this is not as easy as women will make it seem. It's just a cop out to make them look bad because they want to say, well, all he had to do was talk to me. That's really all he had to do. I mean, yeah, I was going to get mad. Yeah, I might have shot him in the leg twice. But I mean, come on, he was going to heal. The reason why I shot him in the leg, so it wouldn't have been attempted murder. Like, come on, like, he a man, like, he'll get, like, what? You see what I'm saying? And so you'll have men that say, hey, listen, while we in this coaching session, Clarence, it may seem like, you know, she even kills, she real neutral, she's able to just deal with, like, when we get home, though, listen, don't let me turn on one of them little indoor cameras, you know, with the what was it, the monitoring on it when you come in, the motion sensor, be done caught in all her lies and how she really is behind closed doors. Let me see. So she understands him better. So here's the thing. The other night we talked about if women just want a husband or women want to be wives on a podcast. Now, between the men, between myself, Pastor Doja, who's my co-host, and all of the men that were on that live, here are the 5 things that men need from a woman, okay? When it comes to dating, when it comes to marriage, these are the things that are the difference between the women who get married and the women that don't. These are 5 things that I think all men, we can come together and be like, yeah, that's good grass right there. That's good game. You know what I'm saying? So men have a problem with women when it comes to the fact that every table is different. So women, what one woman may need to her table is love, compassion, a dog lover, a person who's compassionate to children and loves kids, and a person who's caring to. Another person will say, hey, I need you to bring some financial resources to this table. If you're gonna come over here, you need to at least be able to bring in a 401k, a Roth IRA. You need to be able to bring some trading investments. Like, come on now, I'm not going to be brought down. Every table is different, so women's standards may be different globally, and there's so many women. Well, one woman say, hey, I'll cook for my man, or another woman say, hey, listen, we grew up having Uber Eats, and over here, like, I don't shake no pots. It's 2021. So here's the 5 things that men, if you're on this live, let me know if this is trash or cash, but men have said these things are the 5 things that men need out of women, especially when it comes to a relationship or marriage. Number 1, peace. Okay? Peace. What that means is when it's so much turbulence outside the home, he should come and find solace at home and feel like he can have peace in his life when he reaches home. So a woman providing peace or a little calm to the day, or calm over all the things he's endured throughout the day of the week, that's going to bode well for her. Number 2, understanding. Okay, understanding who he is, understanding his mission, understanding how his mind works, understanding his space in the relationship. Meaning that, like I said, the pecking order, understanding that, hey, as a man, these are how things should operate. Now, under that same standard of operation, you're able to hold him accountable to where he is and who he is supposed to be within the relationship. Why? Because you're doing your job to give him the space as a man, as a leader of the household, to do what he needs to do. So if he's not holding up that end of the bargain, it's not because that you're not giving him that space. You are, but he's not doing his job, which is what you're trying to bring to the forefront and trying to bring a magnifying light to. right? And so this is where, again, if you do give him understanding, then now you can hold him accountable based upon the understanding that you're trying to give him, as opposed to the opposite way around. All right. Number 3, emotional stability. So when a man is saying that, hey, you seem like your emotions change from one moment to the next. One moment you seem cool, the next moment is like you flipped out on me. Or, hey, you say, hey, be open to me. Tell me how you feel. And then I tell you something that I'm just feeling honestly. I thought I had the right to say. I thought I had a platform that you were giving me to speak this truth. And then all of a sudden now it's like, nah, cuz you in a doghouse. It's a dry spell for the next month. All of these things you're trying to do to punish me over the fact that you saying that I want you to speak free of punishment. I want you to feel like you're going to have to, free of punitive thing. No, because that's not how it happens. As soon as he says something so he needs a woman to have emotional stability. All right. Number 4, respect. Okay. Respect is huge because a lot of women today don't respect a man enough to follow him as a leader. As I said earlier, when a man comes in and tries to establish leadership, a lot of women that say they want a leader are the same women that will fight a man tooth and nail because they feel like, who are you? The audacity, the nerve for you to come in and think you about to come in and direct this ship that I've been driving the whole time, right? Women say, I'm so tired of doing everything. I want a man to just come in, like take some weight off my shoulders. When he does that, he say, hey, listen, all right, I'm going to take the drivers. I'm going to take the wheel. You hop in the passenger seat. You take the map. If you want to take a nap, whatever you want to do, okay, I'm going to get us there. I'm going to do my best. And she's like, the nerve of you. Like, please, like, I'm an independent woman. Listen, I've been doing this for X amount of years. Like, come on, like, what you trying to say? I can't lead us there. I can't get us there. And he's like, I never said you couldn't do none of that. I thought you wanted me to drive. Now I'm driving and you like, move over. See, because this is what I'm saying. Like, it's taking too long. Oh my God. Like, it's bumpy anyway. Like, the way I take. And then he like, man, hey, drop me off. Drop me off. What? What's wrong with you? Nah, dude, I'm cool. I'm straight. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just drop me off. What? So now that's where we at? You acting like that? And he's like, hey man, the next exit, cool, just drop me off, man. I'm gonna walk. Oh, so you gonna walk now? We up 10, 15 miles. You gonna walk 20 miles? Hey, I'll walk. I'll figure it out. And so here's where you have a man that feels like he's not being respected, right? And so the last thing is honoring where he is today and honoring where he is going. Okay, broke down 5 things. These are things, and I got some hearts on Instagram, so I think I'm in the right space. Appreciate that. So these are the 5 things that men all say that they need from a woman when it comes to a relationship or marriage: peace, understanding, emotional stability, respect, and honoring who he is today and who he is to be, who he is to become. All right. Now, for a kicker in there, I'm gonna add sexual compatibility as well. I think that's very huge. That's very key to men. Okay, so when it comes to those 5 things, let me see. His Jules Purpose said good points, but regarding an earlier comment, it's not the woman's role to improve the quality of a man's life. He should have been improving himself. A woman is to bring peace, respect, and support. Okay, I'm gonna just say that's not true. Okay, it is a woman's job, or a woman's role, a woman's role to bring quality to a man's life. Any woman that believes that it's not a woman's role to bring quality to a man's life, that's not. I'm gonna just respectfully say I strongly, emphatically disagree. Okay, that is the main purpose behind a woman why a man marries, because a man doesn't have to marry, but the reason why he is marrying is because he saw a wife in the woman before he proposed. So he saw my quality of life will improve by adding this woman to my life. And if I don't see that, she won't see a ring. That's a fact. That is a fact. And I'm going to say it again. That's a fact. Okay. If he doesn't see the woman he's with bringing quality to his life, then she won't see a ring. Period. So it is a woman's role to bring quality to a man's life. I agree with you Jules' purpose that he should have been improving himself, but yet even with however great he develops into a man, whatever great guy he develops into, he still wants and desires a woman to bring quality to his life. That's one of the main roles a man is looking for out of his woman. Bring quality to my life. Peace, understanding, emotional stability, respect, and honoring where he is today is what brings peace to his life. Let me see. Quality life in terms of finances. Okay. So I got you. So no, her role is not to bring quality to his life financially, but yet it is her job. It is her role. It is her duty to say, hey, how can I improve his life? No different than it is his role to improve the quality of her life. No different. Okay. So again, 5 things all men want out of, if you're a lady out there, you single, and you said, hey, if anything you took from this live, if you want to save it for these 5 things. Because you can ask your man, do I bring you peace? Do you feel like I bring you peace? What you talking about, girl? Like, come on, man, you tripping. You trying to watch the show. Come on, can we watch the show? You're like, oh, just hold on real quick, pause it. Do you think I bring you peace? See, fellas, we know we be chilling this thing, do I bring you peace? Like, what? Man, you tripping, man. Here we go. But do I bring you peace? Do you feel like I understand you? One of the main things men say about women that they step out with, I just feel like she understands me. And I say that because I hear that so much. Men, we hear that so much. With guys that we know, it's like, man, hey, they living foul, they riding dirty, they living a little dirty. But when we speak to them as friends, as close road dogs, they say, man, it's just, man, I know I'm tripping. I know right now I'm they be like, man, don't get caught now. Cheryl, man, you gonna have the guns, you gonna bust the windows out your car. She gonna Jasmine Sullivan. You know what I'm saying? And he like, man, I know, man. It's just, man. I mean, just when we talk, man, I vibe, like I'll be telling about certain things I'm going through in life and this and that. And it just seems like she understands me, bro. That's what's just so crazy. It's like, man, I mean, I ain't even think it was going to get this far. Like at the first, we were just talking and then it just this and that. And then now it's just like, man, I just feel like she just understands me. I don't know. Right? This is what he's not telling you. But when he goes to his partner's house, when he goes to his dog's house, when he goes to his boy's house, this is what he's tripping over, the fact that, man, it ain't supposed to even got this far. Like I got my son and her and we trying to work through these things. And but man, it's just like she just understands me. What you gonna do? Because it's such a major key to men. So that's it. This is why men choose the other women. And this is why, like I said, when it comes to women, this topic, this conversation comes up, and not too many are strong enough to hear it in its entirety. So I'm glad that y'all stayed for a little while with me, kicked it for me for a little bit. And like I said, save this post, because this is going to help you not only for the 5 things men look for women they date and women that they marry, but ultimately the 3 things that men say when it comes to them deciding to move on with another woman. Because as I said earlier, it's not that a man is just cheating because he didn't want to be with you. We know that in all cases, people don't cheat with the intent to leave. But for those that do leave, what was the difference? And so this is why, like I said, the 3 things: 1, he can't talk to you. He doesn't feel like you respect him because of what he lacks or what he doesn't have. So now you don't respect him. Everything is an attack on you, ladies. Men feel like women are listening to respond, not comprehend. So they don't hear what they're really saying. Number 2, this new woman is allowing him to lead, where it's so difficult, he feels like, with you to be able to be the leader that you say you want. But yet when he tries to establish that leadership, it's always a combat for who's smarter, who knows better, who's more intelligent, who has more intellect, all of these things. And number 3, she understands him better. Men feel like, bro, like it seems like we clicking on certain things where I'm talking to my lady about these same things. She seems uninterested. She seems to not care at all. And now when I'm talking to her, it's like she's all ears. Maybe fool's gold. Maybe might change the same way it did for you guys. But in that moment, this is what he feels like. So let me see. I'm going to read a few last comments before we get on up out of here. Let me see. Kaylisha say, I definitely learned a lot by listening. I appreciate it, man. Listen, that's what made me feel good right there. Real talk. Honestly, what you just said, I definitely learned a lot by listening. That's what's up. I really appreciate that right there. So she said, I saved it as well. I agree with the 5 things. I appreciate it, man. Look, you showing love tonight, Kalisha. I might have to send you something. You might have to DM me your address, Kalisha. I'm serious. DM me your address. I want to send you a copy of my book. My book, Come and Talk to Me, The Women's Guide to Why Men Don't Communicate. That is on my website, relationshiphealing.co. That's not .com, that's .co. Let me go ahead and put that in the comments real quick. But I want to send you a copy of my book, Kalisha. You always showing love every week. This ain't the first time nor the last time that you're going to get something for me. But DM me your information so that I can go ahead and have because I got a book that I got to send out tomorrow, Kalisha. So I want you to go ahead and send me your address and your information. So while I'm out sending that book, I can send yours as well. And I want to sign it and make sure that you get that. So let me put my website, relationshiphealing.co. All right. So, and again, that is not only my brand, but that is also my website. And so these conversations that I'm having, like I said, these are things that men won't tell you. And a lot of women want this clarity and want this information, and it's not coming to you. And again, even as a man, I'm not trying to bash men in any way, because like I said earlier, we all go through the same thing. We just handle it differently. So where do you send the info? You can send it to my Clarence Brown page on Facebook, or you can DM me on relationship healing _. All right, relationship healing _ on Instagram. So however you want to do that, or you can send it to info@maletranslations.com. No, info@relationship healing. Sorry, info@relationshiphealing.co. All right. So those 3 places you can either DM me, Facebook message me, or email me at info@relationshiphealing.co. So I appreciate y'all that's tuned in tonight. Let me see Instagram. I want to make sure I show y'all love. Lovely ladies say I agree as well. Thank you for the knowledge you have shared. Look, I appreciate it, man. For real. That's what really makes me feel good. Because again, these are certain things that you're not probably going to hear on any other platforms. I'm trying to be different, but at the same time, give you the value that I feel like from day one has been asked of me. So let me see. Chevy Girl says, thank you for the insight. Learned a lot. Man, Chevy Girl, we appreciate you out there, Instagram land. And I seen one more comment earlier. I want to make sure I get that. His Jules Purpose said, I misunderstood you earlier. I thought you were referring improving his life financially. I agree with everything else you said. That's love. Let me see. I agree. However, I'm referring to finance. Okay, cool. So everybody that's out there, remember, stop by my website, relationshiphealing.co. I got a few things before we get on up out of here, some more housekeeping, and we're going to be done. Number 1, the announcements. I have a free, high quality audit checklist. All right. Now what I'm doing with that is breaking down the difference between high quality men and low quality men. All right. There's a difference in the questions they ask you, ladies. There's a difference in the statements they make, ladies. There's a difference in the places they go. I also give you a few places that you may be able to find high quality men. And here's the thing. They're not going to be in high number, because that's the reason why it's a secret. Why? Because if all women knew where all these high quality men were, then you probably would already be late to the party. But in the checklist, which is free, once again, you can grab that and really look through that and be able to identify the man you're dealing with a lot sooner, because I know a lot of ladies, y'all feel like sometimes you get fooled, you get duped, and before long you done been 6 months to a year with this person, and then now you get to see who they really are. Well, this is going to break down how they move, how men that are high quality move versus the men who are low quality, low frequency. Number 2, my book, as I said earlier, Come and Talk to Me, The Women's Guide to Why Men Don't Communicate. You can grab that on my website. This is going to help you ladies to be able to identify that representative in a man and get a clear understanding as to why it takes a man so long to open up to you. What is it that men see in women that makes them shut down where they were communicating to begin with when they met you? All of a sudden, now you can't get them to talk and say nothing. This is going to break down exactly what those reasons are. As y'all see, it's a quick read. It's not too long. All right. That's me on the back. Y'all see my picture right there. That's your boy when he used to have dreads. All right. Also, I have an online course for you ladies that if you want to learn how to attract a quality man in 30 days, I put that together because over the last year and a half, I interviewed over 200 men and got the real when it came to what is separating the women that men decide to date and ultimately marry, and the women that they just kind of just date and just, it is what it is, and they just kind of move on. So ladies, if you really want to know from men what attracts men, what you have to do to attract a man of quality, then you need to get this online course, Attract the Quality Man in 30 Days. That's on my website. You can go and click that online course tab and check that out. It's only for $24.99. In July, I'm going to raise the price. So get it right now while it's only $25. I think that's really reasonable. So grab that online course, Attract the Quality Man in 30 Days. You won't be disappointed. All right. And lastly, I have singles and couples coaching sessions. So if you are someone out there that really wants to heal from past relationships and situations, so that you'll be prepared for the new person God is sending your way, then go ahead and book yourself a session. Or if you are a couple and you're dealing with something that you really feel like, hey, y'all need to reconnect, y'all really need to reunify and get closer to one another, and through relationships is ups and downs, but if you're unable to deal with the lows, you don't deserve to deal or to feel the highs of the relationship. Excuse me. All right, so singles and coaching sessions. Singles and couples coaching sessions, there's on my website as well, relationshiphealing.co. And I'm out, man. That's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all love and support. Share this post. Save it for your own self if you don't want to share. But make sure you are following the Facebook page, Relationship Healing, Instagram, Relationship Healing _, and on YouTube, Male Translations, because we're always dropping content. I'm dropping a video every other day so you can get your dose of comedy, insight, and honesty from a male perspective on relationships. All right. And so, or also, if you want to support the show, you can either super chat me on YouTube or Cash App Male Translation through Cash App. You know, that's the hood transfer right there. So appreciate y'all love and support. I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all this Thursday. We're gonna be chopping it up on what was the topic? What makes a woman wife material? That's what we're talking about. What makes a woman wife material? So y'all can come back on Thursday night and chop it up with your boy and my guest Barack Amin, who is a comedian, an entrepreneur, and a public speaker as well. So we're gonna get right into it, and we'll see y'all then. All right, holla. I'm gonna check y'all out again. All right, peace.